Well, tens of thousands of teenagers could have been affected by the grade boundary changes in GCSE English, according to the Association of School and College Leaders. The analysis has been carried out by David Blow, who's the head of Ashcombe School in Dorking and a member of their data group. Hi there, David.
Hi.
Well, I mean, what is going on here?
Well, the off-call policy was very clear that for this year, the grades in every subject were going to be kept so that it was the same numbers, each grade, each subject, apart from science, which is going to be brought down slightly. And they've adhered to that in every single subject so that the grades, numbers of pupils getting each grade is the same, apart from in English. English is complicated because it's a new syllabus. You have lots of people who take it in January as well, and the exam board ACQA had to make a difficult judgment as to where they should set the grade boundaries in January. We suspect that they set it slightly too high because they've got to keep the numbers overall getting each grade the same. They've then made an adjustment in June, so you've then got a discrepancy between January and June, and a result, at least 10,000 young people, probably more, are getting a grade D when on the grade boundaries in January they should be getting a grade C. And I'd say it's all to get the overall numbers exactly the same, so that's the key thing, is that the rules have been changed halfway through the process, and that's what's unfair about it.
And so a clear injustice in your view. How does this get rectified?
Well, we're hoping to hear from Ofqual today. The sensible thing is a simple one-off to give justice to the young people whose life chances have been damaged would be to do a simple regrading around the boundaries and then make sure that the situation is dealt with properly next year. But we have to look about the young people who've been placed in a totally unfair and invidious situation.
Is there a whiff of government interference? I mean, Chris Edwards wrote his open letter to Michael Gove and seems to lay the blame at his door.
No, I mean, on this one, everybody was absolutely clear that there was an off-call policy, that the numbers getting each grade were to remain the same. There's a quite separate issue about how policy is and so on, but on this one, all that we're focusing on at the moment are the young people who've had their life chances damaged because the rules were changed. A mistake got made and it needs to be rectified as a one-off, and then we can get back to sorting more general policy, but we've got to focus on the young people.
Do you agree with Simon Waugh about the wider general problem with grade inflation, that consistently over the last couple of decades people's exam results have got better and better, and yet we're slipping down the literacy tables?
I mean, there are a whole range of issues there that I think that is a question for the politicians, Michael Gove and so on. So what we're focusing on is the situation of the young people.
I'd really like to get your opinion on this. Why have exam grades gone up, but literacy standards gone down?
Well, I'm not sure that one would agree that they've gone down. As I would just come back to those are wider issues that need to have a big debate that's taking place. We just need to focus on the young people where the rules have been changed halfway through, and something has got to be done to help those young people who are trying to apply for colleges at the moment, not being able to get in simply because the rules were changed halfway through. That's the injustice, and that's the bit that we need to focus on now. Then we can have a separate debate about a whole range of issues around what standards mean and so on. What people can be confident is that in every subject this year, the grades, number of pupils getting each grade in each subject did remain exactly the same. There hasn't been a change this year, apart from in English, and that's what's wrong and needs to be sorted.
David Blow from Ashcombe School in Dorking, thank you.